Welcome back to another post-game show for the Hockey Nation live show. Don't go nowhere. Welcome back to another edition of the Hockey Nation live show. This is your coach Frenchy, back in the house. We have 9 games on the program tonight on NHL because we have 6 games at 7 o'clock p.m. We have to 6 screen in front of me to follow everything. We're going to go the first part of the night with the 6 game for the post game, and then we're going to be back a little bit later for the last 3 games of the night. So let's start with the first game at 7 o'clock. Of course, the Buffalo Sabres visit the Washington Capitals, and the final score, Washington 3, Buffalo 1. Another loss for the Buffalo Sabres. That's the 4th loss straight since the beginning. Right, but that's the 3rd straight game they lost this week since they are back for COVID-19. And again, and power play, they lost their last, prior to this game tonight, they lost the 2 game again in New York Islanders. And for the Washington, this was gave them a second straight win. With now they got 8-4-3 for Buffalo. They fall at 4-7-2. The first period of the game, Nicholas Backstrom scored his 8th of the year. Oshie Ovechkin got that assist. It was this goal and power play at 17-21. It was the only goal during that period. The shot was 6-6, and honestly, it was not I don't know. It was not like expect for that at the beginning of the game, where it was really bad pass. The transition was not great. A lot of turnover. Looked like the team did not want ready to play this game, or nobody want to score until the goal at Backstrom and power play. During the second period, we have only 1 goal, and this is the first goal and shouldn't do this season by one player for the Capitals. It was Tom Wilson score on shouldn't do at 6:38. It was his 6th of the year. That's lead the Capitals by 2 at that moment. That's the only goal again during the second period, and the shot was 11-11. So it was 17-17 tie for the shot. You can see it was pretty even, and only the Buffalo cannot score. So I think at that moment they need to work more on the mindset to forget everything was going on since the beginning of the year. Honestly, we cannot have any goal from Skinner, Eichel, All, Reinhardt, Dallin. I can go all the way like that. You know, you can have like some excuse about the COVID-19, everything like that. But at the end of the day, those big guys, offensively, like Eric Stahl, they cannot score. And that's the problem they have right now in Buffalo. Finally, during the third period, we have a 1 goal for both teams. Connor Sherry scored his 4th of the year. Eller got an assist, and Schultz. Sherry, that's gave him 10 points against the Buffalo. He have a 4 goals, 6 assists. Lars Eller got his 300 point in his career, and that gave now lead by 3. And then we have to wait until 11:27 on power play. The only goal from the Buffalo, Victor Olofsson scored his 6th of the year. Reinhardt and Eichel got an assist. The shot during that period, very low again, 6-4 for Buffalo. And, you know, we got a lot of periods this week where Buffalo have less or 8 shots, 6 shots per period. You cannot win games. It's impossible you can win game if you don't shoot to the net. And that's the reason why they struggle. By number, the face-off 49-51 for the Washington. Both teams score on power play. 1 and 2 for Buffalo, 1 and 1 for the Washington. Hit 22 Capitals, 17 Sabres. Block shot 14 Sabres, 7 only for the Capitals. Minute penalty 2 Sabres, 4 Capitals. Gave away puck 10-11 advantage for Capitals. And again, this game was not very excited, to be honest with you, if you follow this game. For the one thing we have to take a note here, this was the 5th game of the season between both teams. Washington now they are 4 1 versus the Sabres. Vanecek, the rookie goaltender, is right now again the Sabre 301 with a game average again 1.92 and a save percentage of 93.6. Heller got his 300 point is during his career. Backstrom during his last 5 games, he's on fire. 3 goals, 4 assists. And again now, Sabres, they are in the straight loss of 4 games at that moment. Ulmark, he was in front of the net. And, it's not his fault, to be honest with you. Um, nobody can give him a lot of goal. And that's a problem you have right now. And that's not helping at all the Buffalo Sabres. Let's move on to game number 2 of the night. And this game, it was between the Toronto's Leaf against the Ottawa Sabres. Tonight, Shabbat was not in the lineup for the Ottawa. That's maybe the reason that hurt them, because tonight it was all about Toronto, to be honest with you. Final score 7-3. We see Ottawa play well against Toronto, but not tonight. That was the 5th game of the season between both, and now Toronto have 3W and Ottawa 2. During the first period, we have a 3-goal for Toronto, and the final score after one period was 3-1 for Toronto. Matthews scored 2 goals. It's 15-16 of the season. He has right now 14 goals in the last 13 games. Unbelievable. He's, of course, the best scorer in NHL. Pretty much what we said to you, give him the Maurice Richard Trophy, because I don't think so nobody can reach him. The first goal of the night, is on power play at 10:29. Riley and Thornton got an assist. 6 minutes later, Joe Thornton scored his 3rd of the year. Mazen and Marner got an assist, was 2-0. And then the rookie, Tim Social, scored his 5th of the year, less 1 minute, 8 seconds later to cut the lead by 1. But again, at the end of the period, 43 seconds remaining, 23 seconds remaining of the first period, Matthews scored his 16. Marner and Thornton have an assist. Both of them got their second point like Matthews, and it was 3-1 after the first period. Only 2 penalties on the first. Both was for Ottawa, Brankstrom and Wallerlin, and that's what Toronto scored 1 goal. The shot was it was 12 Ottawa and 10 for Toronto. And by the way, Anderson was not dressed up tonight. It was Hutchinson was the starter for the Toronto Maple Leaf. If you remember last year, Hutchinson had a lot of trouble when he was with the Leaf, but tonight he did pretty good. Whatsoever on the goal, the first goal, Ottawa, I think he should save it. The second period, again, Toronto scored 3 more goals, and after 2 was 6-2 for Toronto. Melkiev scored his 2nd goal of the season. That's his game back-to-back with 1 goal. Nylander and Kerfoot have an assist. Marner, 2 minutes later, scored his 8th of the year, the 3rd point of the night. Matthews and Riley got an assist. It was, at that moment, 5-1. And after only 3 minutes, 45 seconds. By the way, I forgot to mention to you, Hogberg, goaltender, start for the Ottawa, left after maybe 8 minutes at the beginning of the first period, and Murray had to take his place. So unfortunately, we don't know the nature of the injury. We're going to know a little bit more. DJ Smith, after the game, head coach, talk about he will see when he's going to be back in Ottawa. Same situation with Thomas Chabot. Then at 7:37, Connor Brown, his 4th of the year, 2nd goal back-to-back also for him. Cut the lead from 4-3. But unfortunately, 4 minutes later, William Nylander scored his 5th of the year on power play. Spencer and Matthews got an assist. That gave Matthews right now 4 points after 2 periods. And in the shots on the second period, it was 14-9 for Toronto Maple Leaf. And again, it was 6-2. And we have only 1 goal for both teams at the 3rd period. Drake Patterson scored his 3rd of the year at 11-11 to again cut the lead by 3, but over John Tavares at 16:53 scored his 6th of the year. Marner got his 4 point of the night, like Matthews, and Kerfoot his second assist of the night. Um, I'll be honest with you, tonight was all about Toronto. And I don't think so. I saw Ottawa in the game. That gave a record of 4-14-1 for Ottawa. Toronto fall and 13-3-1. The shot was 37-31. They still have a lot of shots from Ottawa. To be honest with you, the face-off 54-46 advantage the Leafs. Power play 0-2 for Senator. 2-3 power play for the Maple Leaf. They hit 40 versus 10. And that's a stat right now we have to pay attention, not because of 40, but only 10 for Toronto. They're missing right now Wayne Simons, the physicality of his part. But if Toronto want to have a great run and playoff, they need to hit more. You cannot win those games on the playoff with only 10 hits. More one other team give you a 40 hit and its friends are 30. So Toronto have to figure out something about that. The black shot 14-8 advantage for Toronto. Minute penalty 6 Ottawa, 4 Toronto. Finally, a lot of giveaway. 14 for Ottawa and 18 for Toronto. That's another thing they cannot do against a better team, to be honest with you. Tonight, Matthews have 4 points, 2 goals, 2 assists, extend his straight of 15 game with 1 point. He is a 3 shy of the record of 18 from Daryl Suckler and someone else. And I apologize, I'm not remember who he was. I think he's an old chick. I could be wrong, but I really believe he's Haiti old chick. Marner also have 4.1 goal, 3 assists, and Thornton have 1 goal, 2 assists. Like I said, Hutchinson was in front of the net, and Hogberg got a loss of the game. Unfortunately, he left at the middle of the first period. Murray back up, but it was very hard for him, to be honest with you, to be to have all the big scorer for Toronto. Let's move on with the third game of the night, and we have to go with Nashville and Columbus. Final score, Columbus 3, Nashville 0. Shout out to Mark Slinkin, goaltender. He was his first of the year. Good performance for him. If you remember, he missed a couple of games. He was on the injury list. And for Columbus, now they fall 8-6-4. And for Nashville, they fell at 6-10-4. They lost 5 of the last 6 games. Zaros was in front of the net, got the last for the Nashville. And for Columbus, another win that gave them 8-6-4, like I mentioned to you. And it's Nashville continues to get worse and worse and worse. And I don't know, to be honest with you, what's going on. Whatsoever, the shot was 32-22 for Nashville during the game, but still, they cannot score. 58-42, the face-off for advantage Nashville. 0-1 on power play, 0-0, very quiet night for the referee. A lot of hit from Columbus, 37-23, advantage them. The black shot 6 from Nashville, 15 for Columbus. That's the way they win their game with black shot, to be honest with you. Only 2-minute penalties during this game is go to the Columbus. And finally, the game was shot. It was 6 for Nashville and 8 for Columbus. The first goal of the night came to the Cam Atkinson. It was his 7th of the year. Eleni and Gavrikov got an assist at 19:47, so at 17 seconds remaining of first period. It was after 1, it was 1-0 for the Columbus. During second period, we have only 1 goal, and that's come for the center, Max Domi. His 3rd goal of the year, his 3rd as a member of the Columbus. Jones and Nash have an assist at 4:18, and that's again the only goal. The shots on this period was 9-9, 19 and 18 after second period, advantage Nashville. It was pretty even at that moment. During the third period, we have only 1 goal at 17-29. Eric Robinson is 3rd of the year. Krikorenko and peak. He have an assist on that one over there. And look about this. The shot was 13-4 advantage Nashville. For that's make a big difference. For the shot was 32-22 at the end of the game. And we have to give credit for uh, Ruslikin in front of the net during the third period, to not give any goal to Nashville. During this game, also Cam Atkinson, he's on fire. To be honest with you, extend a 5 game with 1 point and with also 1 goal. And then he has in the last 5 games 5 goals, 4 assists for a total of 9 points. So Atkinson is doing very well with them. So that's what concluded that game, 3-0 for Columbus. Pittsburgh finally win again the New York Islanders. That was a snap of 8 games with 1 point tonight for Islanders because they lost 4-1 against the Pens. Good performance overall for the Pittsburgh Penguins. They need that one, to be honest with you. If they want to stay in the race for the playoff, they have to beat those teams like New York Islanders for sure, because that's the team they're going to compete or for the spot in the playoff. The first goal, the only one at 4:15. First, this goal was to Kapanen. And then a little bit later during this period, the goal come back to Crosby, his 6th of the season. Like I mentioned, Kapanen have an assist. It was the only goal during this first period. 3 penalty during that period, 1 from Islanders and 2 for the Pittsburgh, and nobody scored. Honestly, it was like a fight at the beginning of the period at 2:18. Brendan Tanev again, Casey Cizikas, who was really a heavy fight. A lot of punch during this game, during this fight, and Crosby got a penalty on that first period. The shot was 14-11 for the Islanders. They cannot score, but a lot of shot on the net, to be honest with you. During the second period, we have only 1 goal again for Pittsburgh. Teddy Plugger scored his 3rd of the year. Madison and Ashton Reyes got an assist. That game, Ashton Reyes extend his 4 game with 1 point. And Madison have a great slap shot on that one. It was a rebound by Blugger to put the puck behind Varlamov. Only 1 goal again. It was 2-0 after 2. And the shot during that period, it was 16 versus 11. A lot of shot. 25 after 2 for Islanders and 26 for the Pittsburgh. And then during the third period, Jason Zucker scored his 4th of the year at 9-11. Ross and Malkin got an assist to gave the lead by 3 for the Pittsburgh, but Brooke Nelson scored on power play at 16:39. Bailey and Lady have an assist. And finally, on the empty net, goal net, Brian Ross scored his 6th of the year. Zucker and Malkin have an assist. That gave Malkin his 2nd point, and also for Zucker, 2nd point of the night. And during that period, we have a couple of things was done. Matt Martin got unsportsmanlike conduct against Madison. Then he got a 10-minute misconduct, and also for Scott Mayfield for the Islanders. And Malkin got also a 10 misconduct. So at the 18:33, a lot of things were happening for the last 3 minutes of the game between the frustration for the Islanders, to be honest with you. The shots on the third period, 11-7 advantage Pittsburgh. That gave them, 37-32 advantage for the shot. The face-off, 52-48 for Pittsburgh. 0-4 on the power play for Pittsburgh, 1-3 for the Islanders. The hit, 34-24. Like I said, it was very physical tonight. The block shot, 15-14 for the Pittsburgh. Minute penalty, 33 Islanders and 21 for Pittsburgh. 54-minute penalty. It's a lot. The giveaway puck, it was 11 for Pittsburgh and 0 for Islanders. Another good night about that part for the Islanders, but not good enough to win that game. Crosby played his 999 game in his career, and he scored his 6th of the year, so congrats to him. Jerry, for the 3rd game, was in front of the net. Great performance. We know this Smith is on the injury list right now. Jerry got his 2nd win game in the last 3 games. And then Varlamov, honestly, he was the last goaltender in front of the Islanders. Since that night, that game, Varlamov doing well in front of the net for the Islanders. So win for a very important game for Pittsburgh to win that game. They need that one again. They face again each other Saturday night. So would be very interesting if the Islanders going to come back and get that W. So it was the first match of the season between both formations. The next game, if this one was really entertaining, that's really I pay attention to that game. The New Jersey Devils win again against the Boston Bruins, 3-2. That gave the Boston Bruins now lost the last 2 games after they won 5 of them. And one thing we have to pay attention is David Krejcik left the game during the second period for an injury, so we don't know his condition. Head coach Cassidy did not mention anything during the press conference. He only said he had to be reevaluated tomorrow and see what happened with him. For New Jersey Devils, another great win there. They are now they won their 4 last game with at least with 1 point. So I apologize, not 4W, but they have at least 1 point with the last 4 game. And also that's the wake up of Palmieri tonight. He scored his first 2 goals of the season. Is the second goal of the game. He was on the short-ended, and great performance for him, to be honest with you. Let's go start with a number before we go period per period. But by number, 27-26 for the shot advantage, Boston Bruins. Face-off, 61-39. I'll be honest with you, I do stat all the time. Boston almost over 60 all the time. One of the best team in the NHL with the face-off. 0-4 on power play for New Jersey, and 2-3, of course, for the Bruins. They have always been a great power play. The hit pretty even, 24-21 advantage Devils. The block shot, 16-13 advantage the Boston Bruins. 10-minute penalty for the New Jersey and 12 for the Boston Bruins. And finally, 9 gave away puck from the Devils and 11 for the Boston Bruins. So if we go a little bit per period, the first period during this game, we have 0 goal. The shot, it was pretty even, 7-7. So that give you this first period was pretty even for both teams, honestly. And then we have to wait during the second period where we have 4 goals, and that's New Jersey scored 3 goals on the 4 during that period. First of all, Kyle Palmieri scored his first of the year. Jack Hughes have an assist at 1:34, and then we have to wait the 9th minute later during a power play for the Boston Bruins. Kyle Palmieri on breakaway scored his second of the night, second of the season. Stevenson and Bratt have an assist. This one, it was on PK. During the same power play, Palmieri picked up the puck in front of the net in front of his Blackwood, and he just sent the puck straight on the stick of Jake DeBrusk, and he scored a goal. His first of the year after 11 games to cut the lead by 1, and after this goal at 12:26 was 2-1 New Jersey. And then finally at the end of the third period, Pavel Zacha scored his 4th of the year, his second goal, back-to-back game now. And Johnson Butcher got an assist on that one. So after 2, New Jersey 3, Boston Bruins 2. The show was 11-8 for the Devils. And finally, during the third period, almost at the end of the game on power play, David Pastrnak scored his 6th of the season. Richie and McAvoy have an assist. At some point, this goal was on McAvoy. So, but looked like the NHL chance he gave to Pastrnak again on that one. Now, after that goal, the Boston Bruins remove Halak from the net, and they bring a 6 attacking, a 6 player, and it was played for 6-5. And about 15 seconds, a one-timer shot for pack snack on the left side, on the right of the Blackwood, and a great stop with his blocker. And that was the really biggest opportunity for the for the Bruins during the time they was played 6 versus 5. I'll be honest with you. I really love what I see from Blackwood. He's looking great in front of the net. He has now, since the beginning of the season, he has a record of 401. I'll be honest with you, Devils could be surprised until the end of the season. They still don't have a full roster because the COVID situation. 19 Ishire is not there. Tretchak is also out. But it was the welcome back veteran tonight um, as a defenseman that helping, and also Kulikov. So overall, great performance for the New Jersey Devils. They won again tonight, and send they are back from the COVID. They won the second game of the week. And finally, the last game at 7 o'clock. Like I said, it was a busy night from 7 to 10 o'clock for me, watching 6 games. Uh, it was the first game back for the last 10 days minimum for the Flyers tonight. Back again, another team on the COVID-19 had to stop for a couple of days, honestly, over 1 week. And they are back tonight, but they're missing 6 players. And they did not missing the worst. Giroux, Voracek, Konechny. So Lockton and Lindblom. So that's what honestly happening with Flyers. But without them, they bring this game and shoot out, and they lost 3-2 again. The New York Rangers won tonight, and they snapped their straight of 4 loss by winning and shootout. They took Panarin score and shootout. An amazing wrist shot on the right side of the heart. Never move. An amazing, great shot from Panarin, to be honest with you. The shot was 33-22 for the Rangers, 55-45 face-off for the Rangers, 1-5 on power play for the Rangers, 0-5 for the Flyers. We know they struggle in power play. The hit was 21-20 for the Flyers, 27 block shot for the Rangers. We have to mention they was great. It's rare you get 25 block shot per game, and 17 for the Flyers. The minute penalty, both teams have 10-minute penalty, 10 power play tonight. A lot of penalty and opportunity for team to score, but they do not take advantage of that. And the giveaway puck was 11 at 10 for the Flyers. And then during that game, you know, Lafreniere don't look good, to be honest with you. That's really, I don't know what's going on there. It was something we have to follow up for sure. If we go goal by goal, the only goal of the game at the beginning of the like 58 seconds, Nicolas Aube-Kubel scored his second goal of the year. Ralph and Hayes got an assist. It was the only goal of the first period. It was 1-0. And a lot of penalties during the first of all, 3 for the New York Rangers and 2 for the Flyers. The shot was 11-6 during this period. During the second period, again, only 1 goal, and then tie up the game. Colin Blackwell, his third of the year on power play at 3:47. Puknevich and Bileto got an assist on that one over there. The shot was 12-7 advantage Rangers. And a lot of penalties on the second period, but only 1 goal on power play. And finally, during the third period, Brendan Smith, first of the year defenseman, Panarin and Strome have an assist to give the lead for the Rangers at 8-21. And I thought he's going to be, maybe the W for the Rangers. But Joel Farabi scored his 7th of the year and got his second assist of the game. And then Couturier got an assist at 18:46 to tie up the game. During the OT, a couple of opportunities, but not much, to be honest with you. And then we have to go shootout. The first round, Capo score. Hayes missing. During the second shootout, Couturier score, and also Panarin score to give a 2-1 advantage. But unfortunately, GVR missed the net, and he missed his shot, and that gave the W for the New York Rangers. Another good performance, but not a good performance, but another opportunity now the Rangers to snap this 4 straight loss, and that gave them a W at 3-2, and now they fall at 5-7-3, and the Rangers get another point. Whatsoever they lost, they get this is a positive win for them because whatever they lost 3-2 and shootout with missing 6 regular players, they got 8-3-3, and as a team, I'm pretty sure they're going to make the playoff. To be honest with you, so that's conclude our sixth post game of the night. We're going to be back a little bit later during the night for the last 3 games. We just heard the St. Louis Blues won and 3-2 and OT, a goal that David Perron gave to the Blues a win. By the way, they was losing 2-1. They take out the Golden Door Bennington. They bring a 6 player, 6 versus 5. Hoffman shoot the puck, stop on the blocker by the goaltender Jones, and Brendan Shen got a rebound, a score, tied the game 2-2, and then the Blues score 3-2. But again, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that game a little bit later. But before we leave, we want to remind you, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also Facebook page under Hockey Nation Live Show. And every day, just want to remind you, we have a daily show, 11 o'clock Eastern Time, with my co-host Michael Devillano, Monday to Friday. And like I do, I conclude and finish those videos every time. Hockey fans, Hockey Nation fans, remember, you watching me right now, you have greatness inside of you. Have an amazing, great evening, everybody. Look forward to see you in a couple hours.